Hi Capricorn, welcome back. We had a little bit of a technical issue, error, human error, which ended the last video. I meant to hit pause and instead I ended the video, so I apologize for that. It's probably good anyways because my granddaughter was knocking on the door, so she needed my immediate attention. But she just would have kept coming back, so. Okay, so we're going to pick up where we left off, okay? And I kind of feel like it's good that we had a little, that little break. I know it's not much of a break. Well, yeah, because it's the second video. If you haven't seen the first one, you may want to watch it because I feel like there was, it was pointing out some very particular people. Okay, what I want to do now is I want to bring in the Cosmic Tarot. And we're going to clarify block by block. Figure out who some of these people are. What happened here in the tower. Where the world is taking us. Earlier we had about being pulled into a spiritual business, and I do feel like you know, it's something that you're meant to make money from, so I feel like it's meant to be a business, so maybe you need to look at it that way now. Allow yourself to look at it that way. I was going to start the video over, but there was just too many messages in the first one that, you know, I feel like certain people just have to hear them, so. This is the next best thing. Alright, let's start at the beginning. So I get Justice. You get Major Arcana, number 11. With the Six of Wands right next to her. I have the Five of Cups. This is telling me about someone in your past, someone that you think about, okay, and don't feel like you have balance with. So, in one way or another, haven't worked. Yeah, like maybe this is what this Tower moment is again. Haven't worked out the wise to you. Anyway, so I feel like you know, how do I say this? I don't mean this in a bad way. Okay, because I do feel like somebody wronged you. Okay, at least you feel this way because we don't really have their side of the story yet. But you know, here is. Anyway, whoever this person is, I feel like something happens. It's almost like that story earlier. Well, shoot, this is a different video, isn't it? So you may not have heard that story. Um, you may hear that this person has broken up with someone, okay? And, you know, maybe other people are like, "Aw, that's too bad." In your heart of hearts, you're like, yes. I don't know if you're doing it because from the tenderness of your heart, maybe not at this moment, but I feel like it's giving you a sense of victory. And it doesn't have to be, you know, another partner for them, but something. You know, I just feel like something happens in their life. I know that your heart's attached to them, and I know that you're still thinking of them. And I know for some of you, you're still in that, well, you know, still wanting now, still wanting to understand all of it, not having clarity over, you know, what this whole breakup, this separation, this tower, the reason why it was like final, right? It's final with justice right there. You know, that time period needed to calm down, crash down. And by the way, I feel like even though I didn't like it, and it may be from their own actions, so to speak, I also have to remember that this is universal energy. So it tells me that at that time period, maybe the way things were, that eventually this tower would have come down. Okay. And listen, with the hangman right below this, this can even be the energy of waiting for this tower to come down. Asking the universe to bring in this tower because for whatever reason, I don't want to do it myself. I often find this is the energy of not being willing to end something, even though I know. Even though I know. And why is that? Because I don't want to go through the pain and the healing. But you're forgetting about the other side of that. Okay, I have all these cards down here. Huh? I have the High Priestess again. I have the Queen of Pentacles, very well could be your energy. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And I have the Seven of Pentacles. This energy feels similar to another reading I did where, you know, what I feel like is, and I've had this experience too, you know, going through, going through the pain of whatever it is that we feel like we lost, right? That our hearts, we feel like our hearts don't want to let go of. But maybe we don't have a choice, right? We just don't have a choice. And I feel like where I was saying earlier, where I felt like you're being drawn, you may be the very ones who are being drawn, you know, who are trying to recover from a love, you know, drawn into your own spiritual-based business, especially with the Queen of Pentacles here. Beautiful energy and, you know, grounded energy, and she's backed up by the High Priestess. I mean, that's perfect energy. That's beautiful, balanced energy for anything in the 3D, tangible, right? Seven of Pentacles. You know, it's important what you're building right now. It's important to think about those things, you know, for your future. Live in today, but plan for your future tomorrow. And, you know, Queen of Pentacles, use that creativity. You know, you're given that creativity for a reason, and a beautiful business sense behind you too. So you really have it all. And this, this may be an area that moves some of you into uncharted territory for yourselves, into your spirituality, into even a different ways of thinking. Um, it can be the trigger that just sets you on a whole new path. But in the same breath, I want to say it's the path that's meant to be. Because those seeds in the Seven of Pentacles are they're your seeds of intention. Whether they were planted yesterday or planted lifetimes ago, they're yours. They belong to you. They're your little treasures, your little experiences. And I feel like part of your experience right now is about building. Just think building, and being really backed. For some of you, it could be a Libra that you're trying to reach. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Prince of Swords. And we have the Hermit, card of Virgo. This is someone who needs to make a choice. I feel like this is someone who, you want to make a choice about new paths. Maybe it is about, do I really start this spiritual business? Because I feel like you, I don't feel like you, my parents are spiritual and all this, baby. No. I feel like you, much like myself, was led. And even when you're led there, you still have to make the decision, right? You still have free will. And some of you, I feel like you may be in that mode of needing to decide, even deciding if it's real, if that's the word I should use. Is it even real? And what I mean by that is, you're peeling layers back. You much like me, you're looking for the hard-hitting questions. Like, you're telling me this, tell me how and why, and what makes it work at the root. Anyway. Just believe in yourself. I feel like believe in yourself because, I definitely feel like you're being guided through the Hermit. And with the High Priestess here twice, it's telling me anything moving forward, use that energy, right? Use that energy. That is, that is wisdom, collective wisdom, and using those channels to help guide you. And, I felt like this in someone else's reading too, because I feel like I feel like this is also giving us a guideline for bringing things to life. And I feel like by June, But don't think, you have to wait till June, because you don't. Okay, I don't know, it keeps pulling me in. And I just want to say real quick too, we're going to move on. I just feel like if you are torn with a decision moving forward, and this is probably forever, but moving forward, if you're torn with a decision, don't overthink it, because moving forward, and it's almost like you've had the experience in your life at some time where you could just pull from that alone to know what your next step should be, right? But this is about feeling it. Okay. I'm going to go to the Tower and the Two Cups. And I always notice with the Tower that it's not the whole tower that comes down, right? The structure remains. Because, I know for a fact that, sure, with karmic lovers, yeah, of course the tower's going to come, right? We expect that. It's the ending. It's the ending. You're not ending it. But I also know with soulmate energy, you could very well be with that soulmate. And for whatever the reason, whether it's just not written in time, it's just not, what I really find in my readings is the reason why there's separations, because, you're meant to do something and they're meant to do something. And it's important on, let's say, the soul's bucket list. We have our bucket list. So the soul came to Earth to accomplish certain things, maybe beyond, and everything else can be fluff. But these are the things, 1, 2, 3, that I want to accomplish. So that may be a period of time where it's like, no. Because I can use myself for an example. If I got together with my boyfriend sooner, and we did try, but then all kinds of things in life started happening. Crazy stuff. More to me or to him, that kind of energy. And anyway, if we would have gotten together, though sometimes I think, like, wouldn't it have just been easier? But I wouldn't have had this business. He's not the reason why I got into business. But it was pulling at me, definitely. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm talking too much tonight. All right. I have the Emperor card of Aries. Be an older gentleman. Someone that's older than you. Someone you look up to. Someone who you feel is wise. There's a lot about, worldly events. I don't know why, but I'm picturing this person being good on Jeopardy. Being wise about a lot of different things. This could be you, or you maybe know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm also feeling Scorpio energy. I'm feeling Virgo energy in them. This is a man. I don't feel like this is someone who's like clean shaven all the time. You know, who like every day gets up. Not now. Maybe in his day. I would say. But I feel like now, just kind of, you know, no problem with the 5 o'clock shadow. May have even become his thing. And I feel like he wears it well. Must be a man I'm talking about. Okay, tell me more about this. Why am I talking about this? I mean, giving very specific details about this person. This is definitely someone you're emotionally attached to. The Emperor can be a father, it can be a teacher, just someone that we know is like kind of irreplaceable, right? Taught us a very valuable lesson. Sometimes help us overcome some major obstacles in our life. And, you know, it's just like a respect. Anyway. Tell me more. 10 of Pentacles. So, a husband or a father. Husband, father. Grandfather. Could be. One more card. What I can't pick up is this Tower here because of the Emperor? Because I don't feel that energy right now. It's showing me the magnitude, the 10 of Pentacles, so it's showing me the magnitude of this Tower moment, so I know it was like nothing small. 10 of Cups, what the heck? So, this is bringing it down to, I feel like, a husband. Wow, that's pretty dramatic. Because it is the energy of feeling like I lost everything, and no wonder the Hangman's down here saying, I need more clarity before I can move on. I need to know why. You know, this person could have very well asked you for a divorce, like, out of nowhere. I do feel like with justice beside it, it's kind of like a slice, a cut, a... Okay. Just say there's a lot of love here, and the 2 keeps popping out to me. The 2 of Cups, the 2 of Cups. So, what it's reminding me of, no matter what's happened in this Tower, even though it may look like it's coming from a lack of love, that is not the case. It's not coming from a lack of love. It's coming from just a lack, you know, like, what do I say? Like, a lack of knowing how to be a man yet. You know, a lack of knowing the importance of representing the family, right? You want to be the leader, be the leader. This is perfect energy of being just the perfect, when I say leader, you know what I hope you guys know what I mean. But I don't know, don't you want your Don't you want that image? And why don't you want that image? But maybe you just don't know yet. I don't know. Maybe they just don't know yet. And I'm getting pulled into that. I feel like I need to stay on here a little bit longer because I feel like for some of you, you're looking for this clarity. You know, you want to move on, and it's almost like with or without, but there's something. Well, okay, well, I'm wondering if this person, since we asked, right, since we wanted to go a little bit deeper, you know, it's just look at the mindset of the person. We got to remember, when someone looks at our mindset from the opposing force, it's not easy to see it, but we want to look at it for what it is. So I feel like, you know, with this energy here, this is someone who feels, and I want to remind you, the love, right, the foundation is there. It's just there. It's not destroyed, right? It's everything around it. It's the walls, it's the shingles, right? You can rebuild that. The foundation is there. And I just want to remind you that because this person's feeling at a point, maybe suffocated, as in, you know, the energy shifting. Because especially with the 3 here, you know, this is fairly new energy, so the energy shifted. And maybe what used to be uplifting energy between the 2 of you became more restrictive, kind of like Saturn, more restrictive. And I feel like this is what was pulled the person into whatever this tower is. Let's continue. You know, I do know this could be another woman here. And, you know, I just feel it's more about the lore. It starts to become the lore, right? All of a sudden I'm dissatisfied, and when I'm dissatisfied, I'm going to pick someone else apart, and it's almost like, you know, do you ever hear someone when they just break up and they, like, hammer the other person? It's like, wait a minute, man, you lived with this person. You're telling me all these horrible things about this person, but you're the one who lived with them. So you're going to understand that a lot of that is fluff, anger fluff. Much like when we look at this, there is ego, definitely ego involved here, definitely ego. You know, and I kind of feel like this person was just like, because I don't feel like it's about the love. Like, I feel like this person might have been like, what I thought and what it was different. And that may be only in the fact of some restriction. Look at that, the Ten of Wands, that they feel like all of a sudden, and by the way, this could be your energy I'm describing too, but it's like feeling like all the burdens on you, all the burdens on them. I have 3 tens here now. And here's this Ten of Wands holding up the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, holding it up. It's a burden. It's a burden to do that. It's a burden to portray that energy and produce that energy, maybe. People are questioning my ways also. Maybe I'm not feeling like the leader, right? I'm not feeling like the leader. And instead, like, I'm still holding this Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups up, but I don't have the pleasure of that part. And I don't know why I keep going back to just that, because I know it's not just that, and I don't even think I'm describing it right, because I sound sexist myself, but this is not my perspective. Okay, so someone felt like they were holding the relationship up, right? Holding it together. I have the King of Wands, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, with Aries up here. So I know for some of you, it's got to be an Aries. I have the Princess of Pentacles. I have the Ace of Wands. And I have the Chariot. I want to say right here, I feel like this is a new path. This is beginning, exploring a new path. Being open to that, right? With the Chariot, this is after the balance comes in. So once, maybe if you were in hangman mode, this is the answer. This is the clarity that you needed. So then you can now just get busy with this, right? And let's see what's going to flow forward. But here's this King of Wands, so if it's one and the same, they're here after the fact. After the fact. And I feel like if you're questioning about going forward with a Cancer, I feel like absolutely you have the energy here. You know, maybe you just met this Cancer, because I feel like this is someone you may want to get to know, want to explore. I'm getting a lot of exploring with you. I was going to say, what are we moving into? We're moving into Taurus, because it almost feels like fire energy. You know, like fire energy. Okay. I'm keeping these out, and we're going to keep going, but we're going to stay with this block over here, because it's the one that's talking right now. So, let's add the Hangman in. This definitely feels like the major story that wanted to come out today. There was a few in the other one too, but this is the one that the universe wants you to hear. For a few of you, I hope it's like the answer that you're looking for, so that you can begin to rebuild. We have the Strength card, card of Leo. You know, it's a card of overcoming, a lot of times, internal battles. And internal battles we have with ourselves, you know, can be placed there because of experiences we've had, you know, the way people treat us. But it's like, it's overcoming the wounds of it, you know, the final wounds. It's like when you get a cut, right? And you get the stitches. Well, it's beginning the wound, the healing process. And I feel like with the Strength card, it's like, this is the point where it goes away, right? It just heals. And, you know, it's coming over the Hangman. So it was important to take time within this. You know, and this is pulling on spirituality to help these wounds. Some of them I feel like, you know, they're like that mental chatter. Okay, let's keep going. You know, you're definitely looking at overcoming what that pain that's been in you regarding that tower moment, whatever that was, whatever you feel was taken away from you, almost, you know, unjustly taken away from you. You know, I wonder, like, is it just in this lifetime, or is it something that is reoccurring that you need to take time in it to heal it once and for all? Because I feel like it's important energy here of taking my time for the healing process, not to rush it. There's no rush. Maybe if I move too quickly, this is where I may tend to make a wrong decision then. So, give myself the time, right? Okay, we have the world. Second time, actually attached to this energy, 9 of Pentacles. You know, this is the perfect energy for why I'm pulled into a certain way, why certain things didn't work out, and then these new mysterious doors open, and before I know it, I own a business, right? I own a business. You have so much energy of that. So much energy of that, and much of it very intuitive energy, but it's showing me that, you know, if you question, can you build a business out of some form of your spirituality? The answer is yes, yes, yes. And I want you to consider this also, because I feel like, especially with the 3 cups, I just realized, you know, that's celebrations, right? That's celebrating with the people, maybe even the people who helped me get here, the people who know me the best. It's a celebration of you. And, you know, don't discard that the fact that your past may be the actual foundation of your business. You may figure that out while in hangman mode, the merging of the two, right? Which I feel is exactly what we're meant to do in some way or some form. If we can take our experiences that were really difficult and we get clarity in them and over them, certainly we can help, you know, our next sister or brother. They may not want to listen at that moment. It's like my readings. I know sometimes you're not going to listen at that moment, but I feel like you'll be drawn back to it at the right time. Okay. Anyway, okay, well, it's telling me about you and celebrating you and your accomplishments, which is fantastic. But I do feel like someone wants to know a little bit more. I want to know more about this King of Wands. You know, like just a King of Wands for a minute. It's attached to a younger energy. The Empress. Wow. So I have the Emperor and the Empress here. This Empress is now attached to the King of Wands. Younger energy, they were also attached. This could very well be this person coming in a more eye-to-eye type of way. Does that make sense? Like stepping down off the throne. Like not needing to be on the throne. You know, I feel like for someone, okay, if you're interested, because I feel like if this comes back together, I feel like here's the secret to this one. You know, this is someone who maybe wants that old school mentality, right? The leader of the family, but doesn't really want to do all that work, right? I don't want to do all that work. I mean, I want to do my job, and I want to come home. I want to play with my kids, and I want to tickle my wife, and you know what I mean? I don't want to go to business meetings and have to entertain people, you know, so do you understand? I hope you understand where this person's coming from. And I don't feel it's not because someone's not a hard worker, but you want to be part of the action, you want to be part of life. And I feel like the secret is 50-50. Like, let's just each pull our weight. So, you know, good. I mean, and by the way, this is someone who's willing to step down off the throne, too. Right? So they're willing to cut some of that ego out. My way or the highway. How do you know? Well, because I know. I've been there. I've done that. Well, tell me more. No. Is maybe someone that you like to fondle over. Is that a word? Fondle? You know, take care of them. You may like that. You know, you may like that, but you may tend to shut that part down in you, and you really shouldn't, because it's very endearing and it's authentic. And that's the thing. It doesn't come across like, oh, well, then I can use them anytime I want. No, it's very authentic. And, you know, you guys just kind of, there is like this quiet, like, just, you know, like you should just respect me without knowing me. But you carry a certain energy where I feel like of all signs, you get that very quickly. But there's that part that you tend to shut down. And by the way, I feel like I'm talking to more than just Capricorns, though. So some of you just like intuitively found yourself here. Think about that, because there's a part that you shut down. It's very endearing, that you rather enjoy. But do you feel like it's a sign of weakness? I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like that type of energy, you give that type of energy, you're going to receive that type of energy. And I do feel like this is someone who absolutely would agree with me right now. Okay, we have the Magician. We have the Sun, card of Leo. So Leo energy coming out pretty strong. And we have the Six of Swords. Beautiful. You know, this is definitely the energy of turning over a new leaf. First thing I think of when I look at that. Without even really exploring the cards, it's like turning over a new leaf. Seeing things very clearly, and out of my clarity, I now move forward. Coming out of hangman mode, for sure. because it starts with the Magician. So it starts with your energy, and your energy is turning around. Definitely energy that is turning very positive and very kid-like. You know, very, I don't know, maybe you're flirting again. Because that's kind of the energy I feel like, oh, like I'm flirting. You know, it's cute and it's sweet and it's raw and it's, you know, and it's all part of helping you move into the next you, the next version of you, I feel like. I do want to say that I do see some movement on the board also, so it could certainly be moving, some of you moving. And I just want to say, with the younger energy behind it, chances are wherever you're moving to, you've been before. You know, I feel like returning energy, whether I lived there my whole life or I vacationed and realized, especially with the sun here, that's where I want to be. Because as we finish the reading, we come into the world and we come into the Seven of Swords, a spiritual card, right? And a card that asks you not to be afraid to stand out in a crowd, right? To be authentically different if need be. I feel like they're learning, you know, like they're huddling around her to hear the knowledge that she has, right? The Seven Swords, the experiences of what I had to go through to get here. At this point within, let's say, the Swords family, this is when spirituality starts to come into play. Maybe because at this point it's like, what the hell? What's going on here in this 3D world? But it starts to seep in. And this is about, you know, taking a leadership role in your own life. But if there's something that, you know, sets you apart, that you want to do that feels different than anyone else, or you're afraid people won't accept it, don't worry about that, okay? Just don't even worry about it. Alright, let's take a couple cards right there. And we will wrap this reading up. We have the Lovers. Wow. And right where we began, we end with the Six of Wands. Victory. Victory. Lovers. Coming on the world. So, this lover energy, which is a card of Gemini, by the way. What was I going to say? Oh, this energy is coming. This energy is included in this next chapter. It's the first thing I see. The Lovers is within this, the world, right? So it's after I let go one thing or do something, I move into this. Well, the Lover is coming with me. So, and I feel like this is something that it's good news. It's good news here. Again, I feel Leo. Some of you definitely, you're with a Leo. At the Two of Pentacles, okay? So, this is going to be a decision. Decision coming up. I can only assume for you, So it's maybe something you've put on hold, you know, at the Hangman here. Getting the clarity you needed to receive. Whether it be from a person or you just spiritually connecting to it and understanding certain things. There's something, right? Just like the trigger to put you in sadness, you also have a trigger that can move you out of something. And I feel like this is what's happening here. Okay. You know, I feel like there's something that you got to be careful about. Or something you feel like you got to be careful about. And it may mean, if this has already happened, like someone coming in at a time, I don't know, that may be inconvenient, as in worried of someone overhearing or you know, and then telling someone. I have the Four of Wands, wow, and I have the Death card. So some of you may be thinking, what's my decision? Well, my decision may be to end a marriage, right? To end a connection. And you know, we can look at the opposite of that too. This could certainly be the energy of wanting to connect with the Scorpio. But for some of you, I do feel like, because I feel like how it's falling is, yeah, here I am in the middle. And I have this person over here where I feel that soul connection. But you know what? I feel a soul connection over here too. I have to tell you guys. I mean, it doesn't matter that I'm saying that. It's funny because what we'll call the supporting cards both seem to be like trying to get your attention. Like, look this way, no, look this way, look this way. One is towards what may be a Scorpio, and the other is towards what could be a Gemini, but is also lovers. So, your decision, or maybe you're waiting for someone else to make that decision. It's just so clear, I can't really go anywhere else with it. Making a decision over. Okay, well, let's take a few more cards after that. I'm kind of curious. This is why your readings last so long, because I just get so curious. Like, I want you to know as much as I can. Okay. Okay, so, you know, there's nothing I need to rush. Again, nothing I need to rush within a decision. I feel like, you know, I feel like there's history. There's history with someone here, and I know there's history with both. But there is, maybe a longer history, as in just the span of years. Not necessarily the years you were together, but how long I've known them, from the moment I met them to now. I don't know. Because I'll be honest, I feel like this is the way your heart is moving towards. And it does kind of feel like the energy of the lovers. But in the same breath, I just, you know, I have to say this. I feel like either or. You know, like, let's say that this person is coming to you, giving you what you want. This person that maybe you're married to. But yet you have this person from your past that you're not quite sure, are they a soulmate? But you know what you had up here is Ten of Cups, it's Ten of Pentacles. Don't always think you got to run that way. You know what I mean? What's meant to be will be, so keep that in mind, because I do feel like either way you go, it's a win if, right? This is in this new chapter, so we're all thinking in a higher energy. Okay, and I'm sorry, I'm going to do it one more time. I know the combined videos are going to be forever, but it's my birthday and I cry if I want to. I cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. I have the Eight of Pentacles and I have the Princess of Wands, and I feel like it's the same. This is where you want to keep your energy. Keep your energy on you and building you, right? Exploring your life, your business, your finances. I also feel this is beautiful energy for, what you touch, what you create, grows with this type of energy. It just grows. And, this is about, with all the High Priestess that came out, because I think I'm going to leave it here. With all the High Priestess that came out, and the world itself, it is about a higher energy, right? But living in that energy. What was I going to say? So the High Priestess says, trust your intuition. Because when you're faced with decisions, just trust your intuition. And just like here, there really is a no right or no wrong. And it doesn't mean if I thought someone was like, oh, soulmate, well, they may very well be your soulmate, but so may this person. They both have a job to play in your life, in your story, right? But listen, with the Chariot here, you're the director. You're the director. You just got to be like the Princess of Wands. You just got to step up. You got to step up and play, right? Step up and lead. Learn as you go. But listen, Capricorn, what you put into yourself, especially your business, and it doesn't mean you have to have your own business, though. If you do, wow, I think you're going to do very, very well. Just beginning, or it doesn't even matter, because I feel like what energy you put in this month towards your foundation, I feel like, I just feel like it multiplies. And enough that you notice, let's put it that way. And enough that it's a driving force. It motivates you a little bit more. I mean, after all, we are Earth, right? Those pentacles feel good. So, I think I'm going to leave it there, because I just feel like that's where I meant to leave it. Ultimately, what happens in this story is it comes down to you. It still comes down to you. No matter how it comes in, it comes down to you. Okay? And I'm going to leave it there. I did not want the video to get too long, being a part 2. I love you guys. I hope you received your messages. Thank you for hanging in there while I have my little faux I wonder what planet's in retrograde, because this is not the only little faux pas I had. It tells me something's going on. Something's going on. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.